Hello, people. This your boy Main Event Primetime TV here. Now, I want to talk about the whole Bam Adebayo 83 points thing. And I know this is right now it's April and just going to be uploaded in May, but I want to talk about not just him scoring 83 points, but the future for not just the Miami Heat, but for the NBA as a whole. Now, before like Bam Adebayo's 83 points, the players that I known or seen score that many points since I was alive or since I can remember, which was Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, who else? And there was a couple other players too that scored a lot, that scored over around 60 or 70 points. But there was never a player, especially now, that scored 80 points. You would think somebody would have been done. Scoring is more easier now. Defense is not like it was back in the day, but yeah, like you would think somebody would have been done it. But of all people, it was Bam Adebayo. Like if I wanted to ask who I think will score at least 80 something points, it will probably, in my opinion, I would probably say like maybe like I said, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, or Anthony Edwards. Steph Curry, knowing the 3-pointer shoot. You wouldn't think Steph Curry would have been done it, knowing that he's the king of 3-pointers. He make it look so easy, but like it's just like here's my problem. Like, especially as a person that's considered young, like my problem with the modern NBA is that like it's not like it was back in the day where defenses was like more like defensive. Like if you watch highlights from the 90s and 2000s or even like back in the day like 80s, 90s, whatever, like defense was more better. I mean, I said more better. Defense was better back in the day than it is now. And I know people that's young and don't get offended that it is what it is, kick rocks and cry. But yeah, like defense, like I won't say defense is like today is not. I won't say it's the most horrible thing, but like it's just like scoring has been overinflated. Plus, like it's just like it's not even just the NBA, the NFL too. Like a defense can't be defense, and like I said, if people aren't gonna like it, they're not gonna like it. Like it's just like I know scoring brings excitement to the game. It is what it is, but like you also need a balance of good defense. And what makes like Kobe's 81 point special was he played an era where defense was intense, especially in the mid 2000s. Like you have defenders like Shaq, or which I'm about to listen to, or trying to think, like you had people that were good defenders back in the 2000s. I'm trying to think of a good defender in the 2000s. Like a good defender of the 2000s. But like it's just like, there were several good defenders. Like let me look it up. Yeah, well, it's like you had like Ron Artest, Jason Kidd, Marcus Camby. Like most of those names I heard of. Ben Wallace. Oh, he was a great defender. He was a good defender, man. Especially 2004 Pistons. You had Tim Duncan, and you even had Kobe Bryant himself. That was a pretty good defender. Like, like it wasn't just. It's just like it wasn't about like block like shot blocking. It was also stealing, how you could pressure the offense from like not shooting the ball. Like you don't really. I mean, you don't really see that. I mean, you see that today, but like it's just like it's hard to do because like the rules that they made. And that's what like most young fans is forgetting. Like the rules has made it more easier to score. And like I said, and that's becoming like freaking not just in the NBA but in other sports too, where it's like offense is taking over the game, and we live in a like world where like whoever scores the most points like brings when we watch those NBA games and when they score most points or whatever, you don't want to be impressed by it because back in the day you used to be impressed. Oh, they scored that many points or that player scored that many points. That's impressive. Now it's just like it's like sand. I mean, it's like water and it's like freaking like air. It means nothing because everybody's doing it. Like if that makes you sound old school, then it makes you sound old school. But some of these people know what they're talking about, man. It's just like, and it is what it is. Like it's like most young people think, oh, this person's hating that person's hating this. It's not really that hate. It's just that like the rules has made it more easier, and that's why I think Adam Silver needs to go in the NBA. Like I think he's the part of issue of why the NBA is so unwatchable. It's not just the defense; it's many other things too, which I'm not going to get into. Like the NBA is becoming more and more unwatchable, man. Like especially with Adam Silver's leadership. But I'm gonna go back to my point. Like back in the day, it used to be more impressive to score now than it is today. You even watch with the All Star game where like you have some games that goes to over like 200 points or whatever. And I'm not joking. I was like at some point I forgot what year it was, but like it's getting ridiculous, man. I know it's the All Star game, but like it's just like scoring has been so inflated, even in regular games too. Like it's just like the most defense you will see is in the postseason, and they'll let them be defensive in the postseason. Like, but in the regular season, it's just like you got that plus the low management. Like, there's a lot of problems in the modern NBA that like needs to be addressed. I mean, it's already be addressed, but I need to talk about. But I'm not going to talk about most of it. I'm talking about Bam Adebayo. I think a lot around it that his mom was there, but it is what it is. And by the way, let's address the Wizards, man. The Wizards has like it's been crap, man. It's just like it's just like they had Jordan, they had Gilbert Arenas, they have John Wall, they had Russell Westbrook for a minute, they had all these players. Going back, Bradley Beal, and like the Wizards is just a low caliber franchise. Like they haven't done anything since Wes Unseld came in the league. Like and won like one. I think he won the MVP his rookie year and around that time, Wizards won the championship. And it's just like the Wizards after that has been an embarrassment, which they used to be the Bullets, by the way. Like the Wizards are a joke. And by the way, before this game, it was like they were letting like other like players score records on them and do historic stuff on them. So it kind of explains that them being a joke.
But Chuck, there also is an unwritten rule when you're playing with a guy that's hurt, you get it to him. Check, get it to him, right, Kenny? I'm 100%. I mean, get it to him. The ability, to be in position to get the spoils. Like, there's 69 going into the fourth. 9 minutes left. We're going for it. Like, we are going for it, and we're going to do everything. And it's been a history of the game, with David Robinson, I think, got 71 in the last day of the season. Yeah. But, like, people have gone for records because that's what it is. But the one thing is, they won't put themselves in position.
You know what the thing I don't like? It's not even that Bam. Well, I mean, partially with the Wizards and their shitty ass franchise, but like the major problem I also have with not this, but like what I seen NBA discourses, and there's people that's I won't say bashing Wilt Chamberlain, but like discrediting Wilt Chamberlain, saying that Bam Adebayo is which I mean I hear people say, oh, he's like the player that scored the most points in the modern NBA. It is what it is on that, but like you also have people that's discrediting just Will as a whole and just say he never scored 100 points. Now I'm gonna say this: there's newspapers. Will Chamberlain exists. Plus, why would the NBA lie for Wilt Chamberlain? Why would they probably Wilt Chamberlain propaganda? Which it really offends me when people say that, because I know people in my like people not right now, but like people back in the day that knew Wilt Chamberlain, especially as a person from Philadelphia. That really does offend me, as not just a person that watches sports, but as a person from Philadelphia. Like when people do that, like fuck, excuse my language, fuck all the old head and all the stupid stuff these young NBA fans be saying and all whatever. I think it's disrespectful as a person from Philly that when people discredit Wilt Chamberlain. Like when you discredit him, will you discredit your grandfather? Will you discredit your grandmom? You know, and that's the problem in the black community, and particularly, we expect, because the Bible talks about this, our people suffer from a lack of knowledge, and part of that is us forgetting our history. Even the most basic stuff in history, and it's not just that, like, we love disrespecting our elders. Because I know there was an episode in the Boondocks where, like, there was this rapper, I forgot his name. I think it was Gangsta or one of them. I think it was one of the rappers, and him was being very disrespectful to Riley and Huey's granddad, was played by John Witherspoon, God rest his soul. And it's like, and that speaks about the black community today, man. It's like we're very disrespectful, and not just our elders, but to our history too. Like you have people that say, "Oh, this don't exist, that don't exist." It is what it is. But these things do exist, and it's just that you need to do research, and then like you need to accept these things. Like, and I know it's hard because like there's a lot of stuff in Black history that's like people. Yes, people should judge it. I'm not saying that people shouldn't judge it, but like that is positive in Black history. I'm not just talking about modern Black history. I'm talking about like even before we was here in the Americas. Or well, to be honest, we were already here, but like that's the story for another day. But it's just like the disrespect to our elders and our history needs to stop. I'm tired of seeing this old head stuff and all this dumb stuff that people my age be doing. All this silly stuff. It needs to stop. Like there's a term that hopefully in the future when I get bigger that I want to use, and has a biblical reference to it, like what the Bible says, respect your elders. I'm gonna say this: respect your old head, because that's what we need to do as Black people. Because I'm sick of seeing the crap. Let's go on with the video. And it's not even just that, and that's partially due to the lack of fathers in the Black community. Cause like that's why you see all this disrespect to the Black men or older Black men, is because we have a lack of fathers in the Black community, and the single mom epidemic is a real thing. And like I said, if people get mad, oh well, you can unsubscribe right now. I don't need you on my channel. I want real black males or real males, period. Real men. I don't want children on my feed.
Because because every kid that played basketball, we know who had 100, we know who had 80, we had 70. So like Kenny's right. If you're in the game and you got 69 to 12, you can go. I'm going for 75.
Like I said, I will not tolerate Wilt Chamberlain disrespect or any older player, the NBA or any sport. I will not tolerate that in my comments.
And once I get that 75, yeah.
And I'll make that clear.
That never crossed my mind. I think I live in Los Angeles, so that's just stupid. But I was like, man,
It's not even just that. Like, I'm sorry for venting people. It is what it is. It'd be like that sometimes. But like, I get that people don't grow up to Michael Jordan. It is what it is. I didn't grow up with Michael Jordan, but like, there's a common thing on the internet today where you see a lot of these LeBron James fanboys or what. Shout out to Two Raw for TV. These LeBron James dick licks, especially these younger fans that like I said, I get that most people didn't grow up with Jordan. It is what it is. Disrespecting Michael Jordan. Now for me, like I said, I wasn't around in the 90s. I wasn't around in the 80s, but for me, I was the biggest LeBron James fan, but I gotta give Michael Jordan credit because if it wasn't for Michael Jordan, we wouldn't have LeBron James. Y'all gotta start thinking like that. Y'all might not like Michael Jordan, y'all might not care for him, but if it wasn't for Michael Jordan, we wouldn't have a LeBron James or really a steroids. Like I said, that's why I won't tolerate Wilt Chamberlain disrespect. I will not tolerate Michael Jordan disrespect here. Like I said, I do think it's good. I mean, like, I'm not gonna poo-poo it and say, oh, like he's a product of an environment. What you gotta think of is most people are products of their environment, and they do stuff for their environment. Like, uh, when you're in an environment where like scoring is inflated, of course you're gonna go for it. Like, I bet you most of these players from back in the day, like, if they wanted to score that many points, they wanted to, but they couldn't because defense was hard. But now today, defense is more easier. Of course, he's gonna go for it. So kudos to him. He went for it and he was successful at doing it.
congratulations to him. But some of that stuff was going on in the fourth quarter. The fouling and things. No, stop him. Okay, we foul. Stop me. Stop me there. If the, how hard it is, they had three.
Man, if I would play that game, I want to I would not let that nigga score that many points, man. Charles, are you sure about that, Charles? Man, I'm sure about that. Shut the hell up, freaking Shaquille O'Neal. Are you sure about that? Cause I wouldn't let that shit happen. Especially when I was with Kobe and the Piper Nichols. Come on, let's taste. I guarantee I would not let that happen.
I'm disgusted by the Wizards. Thank you.
Well, as you should be, because they're a shitty franchise.
Disgusted. As a competitor, you got to go dirty. I believe. Listen, so when Kobe was going for Kobe did not do it like that. Kobe did not do it like that. Let me tell you something. When you're down
Yeah, like I said, different era.
and the game is over, and now a team is like, just go for the record. You're disrespecting me. I thought the Wizards, who got no pride whatsoever, But you still got to have quality.
which is a problem in the NBA. Which is a problem in most sports, man, because of course people want to tank.
If a guy's doing that, you got to
It's
know
either you're going to be the best team or you're going to be the worst team.
on his ass. And he's killing you the whole game. And no, no, he wasn't killing. You can't guard me. You got to. You now got. Yes, yes. You not. Yes, 100%. Because then I go to the line and I'm not moving. Yeah, no. Because let me tell you, because Foster would have took him out the game. But you said, oh, they gonna try to hurt him, and that's what they should have did. Team fight. It would have been a team fight. When we come back, come on, Chuck.
Yeah, congratulations to Bad Adebayo, man. He's in the pantheon of NBA players that scored a bunch of points, man. Especially in today's NBA, him, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, that scored that many points, whether it's 60, 70, or I guess in this point 80. And like, shout out to the greats, Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, no LeBron James because he steroids and many other things. But maybe if I was the old Tyler and say, oh, kudos LeBron James, but like y'all LeBron James fans are just insane. But like, but kudos to Bam Adebayo for scoring that many points, and hopefully he can I mean, not profit. I mean, of course he's gonna profit, but like make something out of this. But because just now the Miami Heat got eliminated in the playoffs because I'm recording this the day after them getting eliminated in the play-in tournament. But hopefully they can build from this and like become the old Miami Heat like that we know, and that's gonna take them. I think Pat Riley needs to probably retire, man. He's getting up there in age, and Eric Spoelstra, he's becoming the Mike Tomlin of the NBA, and that's becoming more problematic. So I do think the Miami Heat should move on from somebody, but yeah, hopefully build from there. Cause I used to cheer for the Miami Heat when the Sixers was sucking, so it is what it is. Your boy Main Event Primetime TV out. Peace.